How you doing today, bruh?
I'm doing good, Johnny. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to our second episode of Our Last Leg.
Yes, sir.
You got me, Jonny Gamble, and my boy.
Oh, Nicky Gill.
Exactly. So, as you guys know, and I mentioned last episode that was our first one. We're gonna try our best to get on all platforms right now. We just put ourselves on Spotify, SoundCloud, and we're working on iTunes right now. So I'll keep you guys posted on that one. But that's what I've been doing so far on my end. So my boy, I got a question for you. Do you want some good news or do you want bad news? Which one?
It depends on how good the good news is and how bad the bad news is.
It's a pretty good fucking good news.
Well, let me hear the good news then, Johnny.
Sweet. So, if you guys didn't watch the last episode, we went bonkers. I went back and listened to our first episode, and I listened to every pick we made, and we hit, I think, between 7 and 9 of them right. We chose the Titans at 3.5, the Buccaneers at 3.5, the Lions at +2.5. We took the Chiefs just because you told me who would I choose, and I chose the Chiefs at 9.5 with the under, and they both practically cashed. I didn't make it though. I just the money line, and I took Miami Dolphins at the money line. The only bad news, honestly, as always, we always tend to lose by one leg, and which I did. I'm not going to bore you again with the details. I'm just going to keep doing it, posting it on the screen for you guys. But the person that lost me this was Kenneth Walker, and I had him at 40 yards, and he couldn't even do that.
And that's shocking because you've been doing great since Rashad Penny left. Rashad Penny was doing unbelievable for the Seahawks, so way better than I expected. And then for Walker to come in and do what he's done. I mean, yes, that should have been a guaranteed line right there.
Exactly.
I agree with you on that one.
And that was the only thing that lost me out of that. But and as far as, I guess, other losses I had, I watched, I don't know if you guys did, but the UFC card, UFC 281. Great card, by the way. I'm not sure if you watched too much of it, but I'm a fan of UFC. I did good. I did lose a good fucking amount, honestly, on the Adesanya fight, but hey, it is what it is. It was a good card. They deserved, everyone who fought and won really deserved it for the most part.
That is Stylebender, correct?
Yeah.
Who they call the Stylebender?
Yeah, that's him.
Lost?
Yeah.
What?
Got knocked the fuck out, man.
He got knocked out?
Not out clean, but he definitely couldn't defend himself. Some people said that he could have. I don't think he was looking at the fists anymore, so he was just kind of buckling up, but he couldn't really comprehend.
So was it more of a TKO like the ref called it?
It was definitely a TKO, but in my head I was like, yeah, you basically got knocked the fuck out. But as far as that, my bad news, that was really it. I had way more ups and downs, so that's why I got.
It was a good week this week, man. Yeah. I don't disagree with you on that one. If we're going to start off with our bad beats like we always do, then I gotta go. I know this is kind of off the beaten path for us.
Yep.
But I did have Tobias Harris over 12.5. You'll never guess what he hit. 12, John. 12. Don't worry. I'll tell you. So the number 12.5 is now blacklisted from my betting slips because if you remember last week, I had the fucking Eagles at 12.5 to cover the spread. They won by 12.
Yeah, they won by 12.
Yeah, they won by 12, and that ended up being that one hurt. That one hurt a lot.
Yeah,
and then to lose another 12.5 line.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris is blacklisted right next to the number 12.5.
Well, I'm glad for you being honest, but I mean, obviously, I'm not happy that you lost. No one's ever happy when they lose, but it is what it is. You move on. You either make another deposit or just shut the fuck up.
You lick your wounds,
exactly,
man. Lick your wounds.
Those were basically the good and bad news of what we got. There are a couple of fucking games that I loved, and I'm sure you did too. So before we even get to week 11, let's get a little recap. My favorite fucking game, and I called it, which he said, you guys heard it here first. The fucking Vikings beat the Bills.
Goddamn right. Kirk Cousins, baby. That boy came out there and showed out.
I did have one question for you and everyone I asked about this game. At the last play, that basically allowed the Vikings to come back and push it to OT. Whose fault is it? Josh Allen's or this what's that called? The hiker, the center, whatever you call him.
The hiker.
Whatever the person who fucking hikes the ball, whatever that guy, whatever that dude. Do you think he hiked it too low to where Josh Allen couldn't grab it like he usually does, or was it Josh Allen who practically couldn't grab the ball? Some say that he had full possession of it at first. I honestly didn't see him really even hold the ball, so I honestly blame the person in front of him, which is what position is that? I'm gonna call him the fucking hiker. I don't care. The hiker or Josh
center.
Allen? Thank you. Oh, so I did get it right. The second one.
You're right on the second go.
All right. Okay.
Sir.
So who's to blame? Come on now.
I don't put the blame on the center or Josh Allen. The Bills should not have let the game get this close. That was their problem. Yes, that when it comes down to the very end of it and the brass tactics, yes, that was a little low of a snap. And I do think the Bills should have won that game. But I don't think it should have came down to the last, one play should not make or break a game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When you are, you're a top 3 favorite team to win the Super Bowl on sports books right now, and you're letting little mistakes like that determine a game.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But that's just my opinion. There's going to be other people out there are going to have a different point of view on it. Yeah. But I don't think that putting it all on him is fair for one mistake.
Yeah.
When he made so many flawless snaps.
Oh,
and, same with that one. He received so many flawless snaps. Now, the one time you do make a mistake is when it's costly. But can you put the entire game on them?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I won't say like because the whole game was fucking awesome. I'll say that.
Most definitely.
But it's just that final snap. Pressure gets to you. Whoever is to blame is to blame. I'm not. Neither of those two teams are my favorite teams, regardless. But I did want the Vikings to win. I'm glad they covered. They made me a lot of money in that.
As did I.
I made several parlays with the Vikings plus 6.5 or 5.5. So,
see, now last week I was very confident, and if Allen was playing, I had him covering that spread.
Yeah,
but I do think that an injured Josh Allen kind of voids last week's thought. So let's not dwindle on that too much.
But speaking of crazy games, man, the motherfucking Green Bay.
Holy fucking shit, dude!
How did they pull that off?
Aaron Rodgers jumped right back into his prime. He made shit happen. But being at Lambeau is a completely different atmosphere. I put that next to Arrowhead. There's very few stadiums where I think home advantage plays a huge factor. Lambeau Field is one of them, and Aaron Rodgers was able to get it done. We sit here and we counted him out too early.
Oh yeah, man. Especially last episode. If you guys didn't watch that, we were bashing him pretty fucking hard.
Oh no, I ran him through the fucking ringer. I didn't know what he had left in him. Will I count him out? Never, ever.
At least not anymore.
Did I think they were going to win that game last week? No, not at all. Me and Johnny Boyd also had Cowboys covered at -5, which they should have. Top 5 defense in the league. It makes no sense why the Cowboys blew that game.
Yeah. I didn't even get to watch most of it. I only watched like the final quarter. There were just other games and other stuff going on, so that's why. But nonetheless, I really do believe that the Aaron Rodgers that we all come to know is making another grand comeback. Whether they're gonna pop off in the playoffs, that's if they make it. I think they'll at least get to maybe the second round. I don't know who they would face though, but the way they're playing or the way they played, if they keep that consistency, I could truly see them getting into the playoffs and maybe.
When you put Aaron Rodgers in the corner, he knows how to fight his way out.
Yeah.
If you give him too much lenience and let him do whatever he wants, he could very well blow the game. But last week he didn't have a choice. He knew what he was facing. The Cowboys I still put them a top 5 defense, but you cannot forget about, the cheesehead Aaron Rodgers. You absolutely cannot, which I think kind of leads us into our Thursday night football game.
Yeah, because I guess you're right. Speaking of the Packers, they got him against the Titans. What do you think about that one? Because I'm pretty sure you already know, even with to ask me who you think I'm going to roll with. I hope.
So again, this is another game inside of Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
They got it done. They got it done with Dallas. They did great. Again, this all boils back down to home field advantage for me and my pick. You got the Packers sitting at -3 in the over-under of 41.
What was the spread?
-3. Green.
Yeah. You're right. Yep.
Old cheeseheads are favored.
I'm waiting for the pick, man.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
On
Respect.
on the over/under and spread. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my same game parlay for it though.
I'm taking the +3 Titans. Easy.
All righty. Well, now you know what Johnny's taking. For my same game parlay, I really do like Aaron Jones over 24.5 receiving yards. He has become the dominant receiving back. He has been for the majority of the season. Has he been getting the same receptions as earlier in the season? No.
Exactly.
Do I think that changes up here? Yes. I think Tennessee has a great run defense. And if they do run the ball, I think it's going to be A.J. Dillon heavy. So give me Aaron Jones over 24.5 receiving yards. Give me Derrick Henry. His line's sitting at 98 right now for rushing yards, which I don't like that. If FanDuel plays nice this week, take Derrick Henry over 80 rushing yards. On an alternate, yes. So I'm pretty sure they do it in increments of 20. So if you can, take him at 80 over. And then to top it off, give me Derrick Henry for an anytime touchdown score.
I like the anytime touchdown one. The rushing yards are quite iffy. You know, not like lately, I guess starting last week for me personally, running backs have definitely toned down than the past weeks of how much they were charging down the field. And I think lately it's been a lot more of a passing game. There were a lot of like receiving yards this last week and a good majority of rushing yards. But I think definitely receiving yards was the better end last week. And I think we might see that again this week, to be honest with you. So I don't know if he'll break 80, 90 yards, assuming you said that's the average right now. I
think Henry has hit over 80 in
I know he
games.
has, but
and Packers are a pass. Their defense is strong in the pass.
Yeah,
not so much in the run.
So that's what
led me to that. Yes, 100%.
Would you be? I think I would feel a lot more comfortable if I had the rushing plus receiving yards together. I wouldn't be able to put it in SGP unless you're running it on DraftKings or something like that. But on FanDuel at least,
as a straight up,
it's a straight up. So I like that one more than anything. If I do take any of his yards, I'll probably take his anytime touchdown. But I don't know about those receiving and rushing yards, so I might take them combined. Otherwise, it would just be the anytime touchdown. That's my take on it.
Okay, but you do like the Aaron Jones over 24 receiving, or would you take that out and swap it out with something else?
Aaron Jones receiving. I like that too.
I got him over 24.5, man.
Yeah, I like
that. seems to be Rodgers' favorite target.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly why I say that. Yep.
Once he goes through his reads, he's like, nothing there, boom. Aaron Jones is always there. He's getting you 4 or 5. He has slacked in the last few weeks, 100%. But I think that all boils down to Aaron Rodgers trying to develop his receiving core.
Yeah.
All that. But I do think that we see a little bit of a flaw here this week again.
By the Titans?
No, by the Packers receiving core.
Oh, then yes. So I agree with you.
Aaron Jones over 24.5. There's your same game parlay for the week for me on Thursday Night Football.
I fuck with that. All right. Before we actually, I know we jumped right a little bit into the week 11. There was only one more game I wanted to talk about. What did you think about yesterday? If you got to watch any of it, Washington beating the undefeated Eagles.
But not no more. Not no more.
Right. Oh man, dude. That game was really interesting. Everyone came out to see or believe that the Philadelphia Eagles were gonna just slaughter them, and I was kind of one of those people until I saw the spread, and I'm like, yo, this is way too high. Like, how can you not take this? And if you guys remember, and if you saw the last episode, I said I probably do not care about this game, and I probably won't even put any money on it. But until I saw that spread, I was like, I got to throw some money on this. And my ass threw 3 different parlays with that spread on it, combined with NBA games.
Well, that was...
And they all fucking hit.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
So after yesterday, I'm like, wow, Washington pulled it off. I'm not saying, they're like, oh my God, the team to die for or anything like that. But they got it done. And I think they at least showed what sort of potential they have as a team. They probably won't be able to show how much this season, as much as they already have been. But I think next season we definitely got something to look forward to as far as the Commanders go.
I mean, it really depends on the quarterback situation.
That too.
Ron Rivera, their head coach, he seems to be really adamant about Carson Wentz. I know he messed up his I want to say his throwing hand. But my God, Taylor Heineke balled out, baby. That boy went crazy. Did you guys see him on the plane afterwards? Because that man was thugged out, iced all the way out. He was feeling it. He was feeling good. I do like to see that the entire team is behind him right now.
Yeah.
I don't see Carson Wentz being that guy where the entire team's like, let me put every chain from our fucking jet onto your neck and let me take a picture with you, man. That team loves that guy. Again, Wentz leaving Indy, I root nothing but the best for the guy. I got to meet him downtown when he was serving food to the homeless.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Super nice guy. Very nice. I wish nothing but the best for him, but I think the young Heineke might be the way to go in this Commanders team. But that's just me. Don't get me wrong. Wentz, his MVP season is one thing I have never seen duplicated. That dude was, godlike on the field, his MVP season. But as of right now, even with Wentz healthy, I'm taking Heineke, man. I like him all the way.
That's good. Yeah, I definitely
good job to the Commanders. You guys deserve that win, every single second of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I guess that just finally now leads us to our Week 11 of NFL. We obviously just touched base a little bit on the Thursday Night Football game. There are a couple of games on this week's slate that I'd like to speak. I
like a lot of them, Johnny.
So just because you're wearing that beautiful hat of yours, run the damn ball.
Run the goddamn ball, JT, big 2-8.
You think now, I guess, since they're not undefeated any longer, you think Indy's got a chance?
No. Well, let's just be honest here, man.
Go ahead, explain.
They're in Indianapolis next week. Now, granted, both of us have been to Colts games. That atmosphere is electrifying. The sound there is wild. You can hear the sound just vibrating. So we sat row 8, and you could just hear that sound vibrating along the edges of it. Oh, row 4?
Yeah, I think
it's shit, dude.
Whatever. We were close.
Yeah, we were very close. Indy looked great last week. For all the naysayers about Jeff Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not here for it, man. I'm not here for it.
I remember I was going to talk to you about that because I remember you being completely against it. You said you can't see him being
No. I'm here for it. I was here for it last week. Do I see him being the head coach at the end of the year? No.
That's what
he does not have head coaching capabilities. Does he know how to lead a locker room full of men? 100%. That dude's got that part in the bag. He knows how to make dudes hustle. In practice last week, there was one play that the offensive line got wrong.
Which one?
I want to say the Colts. They got the play wrong, I think 3 or 4 times, and Saturday did not let them stop running it until they figured how to get the play off properly. So stuff like that really makes me happy. Do I think that we have a Super Bowl run in us? No. Do I think we have a fun season ahead of us? Most definitely. I think we're going to be a fun team to watch. I wouldn't put us as low as the Lions, but whoa.
This season?
No.
Oh my God, this guy.
We just made a complete staffing change. We fired our OC, our head coach. We got rid of the best receiving back in the entire league. And now all of a sudden, we won a game against the team that I went to the Raiders game last year.
Yeah.
And we lost. It sucked, but this year we got it done. Jonathan Taylor, again, he is showing us exactly what we wanted to see.
JT.
So I think
that was the JT I'm so accustomed to watching.
Yes, most definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
We are 13-1-1 when Jonathan Taylor has over 100 yards rushing.
I would hope so.
So
I mean,
we've lost one game when Jonathan Taylor has over 100 yards. He had 147 last week on 22 carries with the tutty. It seems crazy to not sit here and feed the best part of your offense the ball. You know, our line is, again, we talked about this last week. We have a top 3 most expensive line in the NFL.
Yep.
And you want to sit here and run it up the gut every single play? Get big old fucking pancake Quentin Nelson to pull. I mean, one of the best guards in the league. He hasn't proved it this year, but he definitely has the potential to do it. And I think as long as we can keep feeding Taylor the ball, I think we're good. I did like the decision by Jeff Saturday to start Matt Ryan.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I did like that. I don't think the schematic they were running for the last 8 weeks.
And I'm not a fan of the dude either, but
Helped
I think
at
he
all.
performed great. Like the way
He did great. Our OC is playing to his attributes. He's playing to our offense's attributes.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
We have a pulling guard. Make that guard pull more. You know, have him pull out with Taylor and go running out. You know, again, 22 carries, 147 yards. It is so obvious what the offense is ran through.
Yeah.
And that's our running scheme.
No, yeah. I didn't get to watch much of the Colts game, but I didn't see that they won, how well they performed. So applause to them. That's me as a Patriots fan. And there isn't really much to say about the game they're going to be doing against the Jets. I don't know how it's going to play out. I think the Patriots are going to win just because that's me just saying it because I'm a fan. Do I think they will win? Truly? I still think so. I don't know by how much. It could be 1, 2, 3. I don't expect it to be more than
Patriots are favored by -3 on the sports books.
Yeah, see,
they're favored by 3.
a whole field goal. I do like the whole field goal, but I'd probably rather take the money line if I had a choice. But that's just me.
You're taking Patriots money line?
If I had to. If I had to. I don't know if I will. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, don't hold me to nothing because I don't plan on probably putting money on it unless I feel really confident or want to make a bing bong play. The other game, it was only unless you want to touch on that.
Oh, no. I just wanted
okay.
to say, give me the Jets +3.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I might have to do the -3. But we'll see. There was only one little point I wanted to touch on this game.
Here, buddy.
It is not a game I'm super interested in, but what will happen with the team? Not that it's already been going downhill for them anyway. The freaking Rams, they just lost Kupp. I think they just said that he's going to have to undergo surgery and he'll be gone for roughly 4 weeks or 4 games, whatever. What do you think is going to happen with that team now that they are getting rid of not getting rid, but, they're going to lose.
That's the heart and soul of their offense.
Yeah, literally. Matt Stafford has the best connection with them. He is willing to throw the most randomest, the greatest, the shortest, the cleanest passes that he can throw to Kupp because he's all reliable. But now since he's gone, for the time being, what's going to happen to the team?
I think the Rams are forced to figure out how to win without Cooper Kupp, which I think this team needs
Exactly.
more than anything.
And we talked about that last episode too.
100%. We said the exact same thing, and now they're forced to do what we just talked about.
Exactly.
You need to figure out how to get every other player involved on this offense. Again, I mean, dude, I'm talking a broken record right now. Tyler Higbee, Allen Robinson. You've got to get these guys the ball.
Because Higbee can get it done, bro. He can.
All the way.
Oh, yeah.
All the way.
Oh, yeah. But that was really the only...
But, I mean, for the Rams game, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
But besides the Bucks game, all of their losses have been by double digits.
Yeah.
So...
Super Bowl champs, huh?
Yeah. Like I said it last week as well. This is the worst performing postseason from a Super Bowl winning team I've ever seen. Granted, I haven't been watching football too long. I mean, a decade and a half or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. Give me the Saints -4, man.
Yeah, no, I like that 100%. I really can't see the Rams adapting so quick and learning something or how they're going to perform or how they're going to better themselves without their best receiver in the team. So how they perform, unknown. But what is known is we're taking Saints -4. For sure. That's the line right now? -4.
Yes, sir.
You heard it here. Watch. Put money on it. All right.
-4.
So
yeah. And they're in Nowlands. Nowlands, baby. My goodness. That is not an easy place to play.
Yeah. That's already not even a hard place to even drive to. But
So we jump from the Rams in New Orleans. I'm going to go ahead and just work my way
I was going to do the same.
up to another quick point that I don't have a lot on. Kansas in Los Angeles against the Chargers. They have got the Kansas City Chiefs favored by 6.5. They're in SoFi Stadium.
All touchdown.
In LA. Juju is going to be out after that nasty hit last week. I don't know if you got to see it, but
yeah,
he got hit, man. And I mean, he just sat on the ground. It was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. I wish for a speedy recovery.
I heard about it.
I feel like the few years he had with Pittsburgh, he didn't get to thrive as well. And I think this is his place to finally get in track. You know, a quarterback that knows his routes. Mahomes is a fucking god out there, man.
Yeah.
I'd still put him as number one quarterback in the NFL. You can quote that.
Yeah.
Give me Kansas City minus 6.5. I think that's a no-brainer. I do think the one thing Kansas City is missing is Jerick McKinnon, number one. They do not get him involved enough. He is such a versatile player. You know, the guy can play wide receiver and running back. He's a mini Debo Samuel. If they can get him involved more, I think that they have no problem conquering this year. I don't think he's going to be the breaking factor for them. You know, and even if they don't get him inside of the play scheme, I still take Kansas at minus 6.5 against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Agreed.
I think we should touch on the Carolina and Baltimore game.
I agree.
At the very least, we got Carolina at Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. We've got Baltimore minus 12 on the spread. Which,
damn.
I know that's a little rough, and
Damn.
I think I'm almost positive Baker's starting this week.
So I assume you're liking the spread then.
The thing is, I've always been a Baker fan. I'm rooting for him.
Not me, but
I mean, we're talking a kid that won the fucking Heisman. You know, you cannot count this guy out too quickly. And right now, he's fighting for his job right now.
So do you think everyone, including us, should hop on that spread? Has it been announced that he's going to be playing? As starting lineup, sorry?
All the reports seem to point towards Baker starting.
But it's not confirmed.
Not confirmed.
So do you think we should hop on that spread before it's announced and then it'll move?
The problem is I'm not concerned about who the fuck is quarterback at Carolina because give me Flock Nation at minus 12. I think they win by 2 touchdowns. But we're also talking to a guy that's always going to root for Baltimore, and they're in Baltimore. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to me, but this is, the inside looking out. How's it look from the outside looking in for you?
To be honest with you, I almost think like this game is going to be a slaughter. Like what you're mentioning, it'll be probably 2 touchdowns, if not more. But the way all these underdog teams have been fucking playing,
that's the problem, man.
It's underdog season, like this whole season. So I think you know where I'm throwing it, man. I'm gonna have to take the Panthers, but not the money line.
That's our headbutt right there.
Not
for the week.
The money line. It will be the spread. So let me know when you actually make it. Otherwise, I'm going to take it before the line moves. Again, if Baker Mayfield starting will be the reason the line will shift, then I'm probably going to do that. That's me, though.
I mean, Baltimore looked great last week. They beat the shit out of New Orleans. I'm sorry, but 27-13. Lamar, he did an awful fucking job passing. But that's also against, a stout backfield for the Saints. I've always considered the defensive backs in New Orleans to be solid. 12 for 22, 133 yards. It's not very good. But Kenyon fucking Drake, bro, unbelievable. 24 carries for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. He carried that team to a victory last week.
Oh, yeah.
He looked great. I think that if they can keep him involved, then I think this can go exactly how I think with Baltimore covering the spread. Ironically, after that game, Kenyon Drake got drug tested.
Oh yeah. I did hear about that. Well, because he did so well.
He did so good, but I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
24 for
fucking
93 yards really isn't that good, especially when
Yeah.
you've got Taylor doing
So stupid.
22 for 147.
Yeah, some
And-
shit like that.
But yeah, give me Baltimore minus 12. You got any other games for me, Johnny?
Yeah, probably the biggest one that my coworkers have been talking about.
Shit.
They're both fans of each team.
Outside
And-
influence.
But I love the competitiveness, and I'm gonna root for them this week the same way I did them last week. The Cowboys versus the Vikings.
What's that line? A -1 for the Cowboys.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Cowboys are sitting at -1 over under at 47
And they're not even home.
and a half.
And
Yeah,
not even
they're
home.
in Minnesota.
And that is exactly who I'm taking. The fucking Vikings. I think they're gonna pull out strong. I think they're gonna come out fucking strong. I can see them in the first half, and I can see them winning the whole thing at a double result. Do I expect a lot of tutties? Yeah, I do. I truly do. I think both offenses will perform fairly well. I think both quarterbacks, and I'm not even a Dak Prescott fan at all, and I think he's going to perform well. I think that the Vikings will pull it off, and I like the +1 spread, and I like the money line too because it's honestly not even that far from the spread.
I agree with you on that one. Give me Minnesota +1.
Right.
Over under sitting at 47 and a half. I wouldn't touch that. This
Nope,
could go either
exactly,
way.
exactly.
Again, we're talking about Dallas's stout fucking defense.
You take one or the other. Never take both ever, unless you are feeling
Unless you're very
ballsy.
confident in it.
Yeah, unless you are ballsy.
Buddy, that's about why I lose most of my bets because I'm too ballsy.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't listen to us on the same game parlay aspect of spread and over under, but as a straight up bet, I don't see how Minnesota loses this game. Yeah, give me Minnesota +1 all day.
Fuck yeah. I fuck with that.
Fucking Perk Cousins, baby. You see that man thugged out with his chains and shit, dude? He looks so fucking awesome.
With his little bush.
Yeah.
But here I am with a mic, so I guess I can't talk.
That's all right. We can't judge too much.
Exactly.
So if we are going to cover one more topic before we end this, and that's going to be our +1,000 parlay.
You go first.
Oh, I got one for you.
Read them and weep.
Kansas City, inside of SoFi Stadium against the Los Angeles Chargers. Give me Kansas City at -6.5. I'm very confident in that. I think Kansas City wins by a touchdown. I know it's a divisional game, but I don't see how they lose this one, buddy. And then Dallas at Minnesota. If you can, it might put you right below 1,000. But just for, I always play a cushion, always.
So you're saying if you take Kansas and Vikings.
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh, okay. I was like, how the hell did that shit go all the way 1,000? I'm doing that right now.
Oh, no, we got two other legs to cover, brother. So, yeah, Dallas and Minnesota, if you can get them at the alternate at +3, I would take that. Again, a cushion. Cushion, strictly a cushion. And then add that with Cleveland at Buffalo. Buffalo, we did not touch on that one, but Buffalo is getting -8 in that game.
We didn't touch that.
I would take them at -7. After last week, I don't see how they don't cover that
So you
one.
think they come back with a vengeance?
I think they do inside of Buffalo as well. You got to think that's a different fucking area to play in, man. I mean, that's a different world. And then we got Detroit at the New York Giants. Give me the Giants on the money line.
I like that one.
That should put you around either, in between +900 to +1,000, depending on what alternates you take or if you play it straight up. But that's my long shot of the week right there.
I think out of all that you said, I love it all. The only one I feel super iffy about is that the Browns, man. You don't think they'll keep it close?
You've got Jacoby Brissett outscoring Josh Allen.
I'm not saying scoring. I never said.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, so I mean, if I do take a buffer on that, which I normally do, I almost always play the cushion. I would take Buffalo by a touchdown. 8's an odd number to win by. They would have to be up by, 2 scores for that to hit. I highly doubt Buffalo goes for 2 at any point because I think they're going to be leading the entire game.
That means the Browns can go for a 2-point conversion. at any point, though.
They can. All right, so bump mine down to Buffalo -7. You're still plus 900 on that.
Okay, I fuck with that.
Give me
at least a push. At least a push.
Yeah,
if anything.
At the very minimum, I'm happy with the push.
Yeah, I'm straight with that. All right.
And if you're not okay with that, take him at 6.5.
Did you have any best picks, solid straight bets that you wanted to say? If not, I got you covered.
If I have to pick one for a 3-unit bet.
Oh.
3 units.
Oh.
And we don't unit shame around here, baby. Come on down. Boy, oh boy. It's got to be Kansas City -6.5.
I did not expect that one.
Don't see how they get stopped this week.
All right. Okay. I love the confidence if you're going to throw 3 units on it. So I fuck with that. I only got really 3 that I truly like.
Yo, you got 3?
Maybe 2. Maybe 2.
All right.
I'll give you the one I'm least confident about, and that's the Patriots money line. Just because what you said earlier, divisional games, I don't know.
They're unpredictable.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They play that team 2 times a year, so they know that team better than any other team in the NFL besides the teams
supposedly, right,
inside of their division.
Exactly.
Now,
and
granted, Belichick is one of the most difficult coaches to figure out. And the Patriots, Belichick is slowly getting that feng shui down with Mac
Jones. Oh, yeah.
So what you got? You got Patriots money line?
Yep. And the others is the Vikings plus 1.5 or the money line. I don't know which one. I'll probably do both. I'll probably throw a unit on both. And the third one, I think this is my favorite one, and that is the Titans again at +3. I really do fucking think they're gonna pop off. I think they're gonna show Aaron Rodgers that, hey man, it's time to hang it up. You're not. This isn't your time anymore, dude. Derrick Henry, Tannehill, dude. That team is awesome. I like that team truly.
I love that team too, but I like it more with Malik Willis. I don't know why. But I just feel like Tannehill's not the guy for the team, especially when the team runs through a running back. You know, any quarterback that's in the NFL can properly hand the ball off. You know, especially to, fucking 250 pounds, 6'4", absolute stud Derrick Henry.
Yeah, man.
But boy, oh boy, I do like after that win last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dallas was a harder opponent than Tennessee is. I think Dallas has a better defense than Tennessee does, and I think that Dallas has more versatile weapons.
So you're thinking just the Packers are going to just plow through them?
But no, I don't think they're going to plow through them. But the problem is, Green Bay has a heavy pass defense. They have a good pass defense. I don't think their run defense is that good. And again, Tennessee runs through Derrick Henry. Without Derrick Henry,
oh yeah.
I'd put fucking the Texans above the Titans without Derrick Henry, dude.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. If I have to call it right now, give me Green Bay at 2.5.
Oh,
I took an alternate. Don't judge me.
All right. No, that's cool. I'm glad there's actually some disagreements we have this week. Last week, we practically agreed on all of it, and it turned out well for us nonetheless.
Yes, sir.
But we'll definitely have a lot of losers amongst us.
You might.
Amongst us, too.
No.
All right. And since you gave your long shot, I'm going to give you guys mine. And if you want to follow it, please do. And if you don't, well, don't. But you're going to see me cash another one. The only thing I think I said at the beginning, I edited it out. I took the Rams out, and I still cashed. This one, I think I'm going to stick it through. I have the Titans, and you guys can choose +3 or money line, and that's at -105. I took the Browns, or I'm going to take the Browns at 8.5 at -115. The Vikings winning by more than, or -2.5 at +124. And that's how I just boost up the odds, because I think they're at least to win by a field goal. And just for some extra juice, just like I did last week, give me the Chiefs at money line -295, and that gives you the odds at +994.
Okay, y'all.
So
Everything's in
9-1.
it besides that Browns +8.5. I can tell you that right now.
We'll see. We'll see what the line moves, but I'm liking it where it's at right now. I hope it doesn't get to like 7.5, 6.5. I really like that 8. It looks a little awkward on paper, but once you see it on the TV, it's gonna look mighty sexy. But that's what I got, my friend.
Boy, you're awfully confident in those Browns, man.
I'm confident on every bet I make, man.
Jacoby's going to give you 20 points, 100%. Just really depends on how Nick Chubb runs the ball.
Exactly.
Against that line.
I feel like making these plays would be a lot.
It could go either way. I that's going to be my close call. I do think that
amongst the four right here.
Yeah, well, against everything that we've said, I think the Browns and Bills. You know, I took the Bills you got them at 8.5 plus for the Browns.
Yep.
I've got the Bills at minus 8.5. I do think that's going to be very close, within two to three digits.
Also,
within
we're both
2 to
taking
3
the complete opposite spreads then.
Yeah,
completely. Oh
yeah.
Man, you think they're gonna just stomp them on?
No, not at all. I think
9 points. That's a lot.
No. I'm saying like going off of the spread.
Yeah.
If the Bills win, it's going to be by 9 or 10.
Okay.
If they lose, it's going to be by it'll be by 5 or 6.
That's cool.
No. I'm saying it could go either way. Either bet could hit. I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to win.
It's not going to be a drastic blowout by any stretch at all.
And obviously, if I were going to take a money line, then I wouldn't even need 2 of these because they'll probably push it up by alone. It'd probably be plus 600 or something along those lines. But yeah, that's all I really got here. I don't know if you got anything else for me, buddy.
I think that covers it all for me. We kind of covered all the games that really mattered.
Yeah, I really wish we could cover a lot more player props, just because they're never really out. If we get lucky, depending on when we're recording and all for you guys, we're lucky enough to see Thursday night player props.
We might get a Thursday night, which is why I gave you the ones I did earlier.
Yeah.
But after that, no sports books giving us really any lenience on player props super early. They're waiting until the last minute to put that line out.
Yeah. And if you guys want to, follow us, go ahead. I try my best to sometimes throw my picks on my story and all. Sometimes I get pretty lazy and I don't. But obviously, every week I'll definitely bring my winnings and my one-leg losses to show you guys. That's just how it's gonna be. But I think that's all I got from you guys, my friend, and you, my friend. Anything else you'd like to say before we end this here?
Go Baltimore.
Go Vikings. But all right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. You can obviously follow me if you wish. If not, it's cool. But thank you for sticking around. My name is Jonathan, aka Jonny Gamble, with my boy.
Oh, Nicky G.
Feel free to follow us. It really helps the channel out. Hit the like, hit subscribe, and as always, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Y'all enjoy your week.
Peace.
Later, buddy.